going on, Washington Commander fans? Welcome back to We Hail. We're doing a video today talking about what we've done so far in free agency and so on and so forth. Before we get started, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Get videos like this all the time, and comment. I usually comment back to every message or comment on my channel. I do want to take a little bit of shout out to myself here. So that picture was taken of me 3 years ago, right after shortly after my daughter was born. And I'm wearing the same exact shirt right now, and I will say it is a lot less snug than it was back, a lot less tight. It's much more comfortable, and yeah, it's the same shirt. I only wear it like once a year or so. But that's what I used to look like, and that's what I look like now, 340 to 230. So that's what I'm at right now. So big shout outs to myself. Just want that out there. I don't wear a shirt very often, so I put it on today. I'm like, huh. And then I was scrolling through Facebook trying to look at like previous post stuff, and came across this one. So hope you like it. Probably not, but I like it because it looked better now than I did then. So, all right. So now let's go ahead and move on from that. Thank you for indulging me for some clapping real quick. So this is kind of what Washington's been doing so far in the offseason. They've accumulated a whole bunch of draft picks. Okay. Well, we didn't accumulate a whole bunch. We got a couple more because of the Sam Howell trade, which I'll talk about here in a minute. We got second overall pick. We have the 36 overall pick. So we have 2 second rounders, 36 and 40. We have 2 thirds, 67 and 78. And then we have another third what we've accumulated with the Sam Howell draft or trade. And we have 2 fifths and 1 seventh. We give a fourth and a sixth to get a third and a fourth in the Sam Howell trade. So I'll talk about that real quick, because if you've watched my channel, you know that my opinion of Sam Howell is I think we should have kept him. I thought he would have been an extremely useful and good piece of our team to have. I thought we should have built around him. This is my personal opinion. So it's up to you whether you think that way or not. But so far, Washington's offseason has been pretty good. But I don't know. I'll move on and I'll get over this. I think we're going to regret trading Sam Howell. I hope he does very well in Seattle. And with that being said, we're definitely going for quarterback because right now all we have is Mariota. So we've definitely put a situation out there where we have to take a quarterback. It literally is a must. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it anymore. So let's go ahead and look at the NFL draft right now, or our cap situation right now. That's what I want to do. First, team cap. We have $62 million left. We've signed a whole bunch of players, and I did not bring the graphic up. Where'd I put my phone? There it is. Okay. So I'll bring that up while I'm talking about our cap space. So we have $62.36 million left. That is a lot of coin, man. We've signed like 12 players. We've signed a good 12, 16 players, something like that. I'll get the exact number here in 2 seconds. But we've signed so many players at this point. And Washington, is that one? That's not it. I'll find it. I have it on my phone. It's saved. Okay, there we go. All right, so here's who all we've signed. We've signed Marcus Mariota, okay, Austin Eckler, center Tyler Biebosk, there we go, left guard Nick Allegretti, tight end Zach Ertz, edge rusher Dorrance Armstrong, edge rusher Dante Fowler, edge rusher Cleveland Farrell, linebacker Frankie Louvu, Bobby Wagner, linebacker Bobby Wagner, kicker Brandon McManus, and and long snapper Tyler Ott. That's not everyone. I'm pretty sure we've signed a couple other players too that are not listed here right now. There's someone named Armstrong that we've signed. I think he's a special teams player. I think he played in the Lions. I think so. He played, and there may be a couple more on here too. I think we signed F.A. Abada. Also is on there. So we've done, I can't say much about other than the Sam Howell decision, but I'm going to trust Adam Peters. He knows what he's doing. He probably has a succession plan to move forward, and he's probably got a plan for everything else too. So far, let that guy cook. That guy knows what he's doing, and we still have $62 million in cap space. We have not spent all of our money. There are also some really big free agents out there. Like I was looking at this before the video, and I was looking at this and looking at like what kind of players are available. So look at all positions. There's still some pretty big name players out there. Xavier Howard, Jamal Adams. You can still get a decent receiver. You can still fill a whole bunch of holes this team has. So there's plenty of stuff out there. I think pretty sure just don't want to wait. We're just going to wait and pay someone when it's available. So right now I'm looking at. So this was the Commander still. the Washington Commanders cap hit, and we're at $62 million. And we could still save some money. Andrew Wiley, if we cut him after June 1st, saves another $6.6 million or something like that. Let's just look at that real quick. So if we were to cut Andrew Wiley, and I'm not doing, never mind, I'm not going to do it right now. But if we do June 1st cuts, Andrew Wiley, pre-June 1st, post-June 1st, we could save $4.25 million. If we cut Andrew Wiley after that. So maybe they have a plan for Andrew Wiley. Maybe he'll do better under a different system. I have no idea. But I think he's someone who's going to get cut eventually. But right now we have plenty of money, so it's not nearly a money necessity to cut him. So maybe that's why they're going to keep him. But let's move on to Spot Track. Now Spot Track, you can pinpoint exactly what position. So if you're looking for a wide receiver, this is what's available. Okay, this is what's available on the market. We have Mike Williams just got cut, Hunter Renfrow, Allen Robinson. I don't particularly like Odell Beckham Jr., Michael Gallup, Tyler Boyd, Michael Tom. There's so many players that are on the market right now that Washington can sign one and still draft one and still be pretty good on finances, financial, and have plenty of money for other things. There's also other positions out there of need. Like right now, we still probably need an offensive tackle, right or left. So I'll just do. So yeah, we have David Bakhtiari. I don't. Charles Leno. Yeah, okay. Andres Pete. Trenton Brown. That's the one I'd probably go for if you're looking for some more long-term solution, or at least a couple year solution. And he's not going to cost that much, and based on the amount of money that we have left, geez, like we just really can just like really fill the rest of this roster out. And then when it comes to defense, we don't really need a lot of defensive stuff other than maybe secondary at this point. And like I said, Xavier Howard's still out there. He's a very good player. C.J. Jackson's still out there. He's a decent player. Adoree Jackson, he played for the Giants. Quandre Diggs now. And as you can see, I'm wearing different clothes now. So my daughter started crying and I had to go help her. So dead stop of where I was filming, but pick right up where we left off. It is now it's Monday morning at 5 a.m. and I'm picking up where we left off. So we have a bunch of corners in free agency we can sign. We just signed some guy who played for Dallas last year. I'm not going to try to pronounce his last name, but there's the cupboard's not bare. We still have options at corner, and I wanted to do a real quick mock draft, and then I'll wrap up this video. So mock draft, I'm using Pro Football Focus. I think that's what it is, Pro Football Network. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and use Washington, and we're going to click Start Draft, and we're going to just see how the draft kind of plays out. Now, right away, we got some options here for trade back. We got one option. Vikings really want to move up, and if we'd have kept Sam Howell, this could have been a thing, and we kept a quarterback, trade back, and just build, but we're not going to. So Chicago took Caleb Williams, which is what's expected. I think we take Drake Maine. Now this next pick we may trade back. I don't know. We'll see. Do I go back? Nope. I don't need anything next year. Go back 6 spots for something next. Nope. And no. Okay. So what will we get next? Well, best available would probably be this corner, Kashmir Lazister. There we go. Okay. And so that'd be the best available, but we also need offensive tackle. That's probably a bigger need right now for us. So our next pick is 40. So we might actually get the offensive tackle that we want. So let's go ahead and just get this corner. We do need a corner. We're going to reject that and go back to, I mean, maybe it wouldn't be the worst thing to go back a couple spots, but we get the offensive tackle we wanted anyway. So pretty good. Now here's the thing I have with this. The offensive tackle is more likely what we're going to get. Here's why it's more likely what we're going to get. We need offensive tackle more than we need corner, but we can have the luxury of picking best available. But here's the problem I have with that. We've taken offensive tackle. We can get Darius Robinson right now, and he's going to be, I think he's going to be very good. I think he's going to be very good offensive tackle, or I'm sorry, defensive end in the NFL, but we need offensive tackle more than we need end right now. We've done so much with defensive ends, and it's a pretty deep draft. So yeah, so let's reject that. And now what we got here? We got wide receiver. I think go wide receiver. That's pretty straightforward there. There we go. Yeah, wide receiver. Pretty straightforward there. And we're going to skip over this. None of these guys are giving really good options for trade backs. Why would I trade back 20, 30 spots for a third rounder next year? Doesn't make sense. So what do we need now? So let's look at here. We got quarterback, check. Offensive tackle, check. Cornerback, check. We need, if we can, get an edge rusher, maybe an outside linebacker, but we can also get an offensive lineman. That's also possible. We don't need to get a lot of receivers, especially with the top 100 picks. We need to fill some roles that could potentially need a starter. And next line, we got a bunch of linebackers here. And we're at 78, so that'd be a reach. There's also a rumor out there we may trade Jonathan Allen on draft day. I don't know. But if that is the case, maybe we should go with the defensive lineman just to fill that void. So let's go ahead and do that. And yeah, let's look at this here. Cornerback, no. No. Offensive tackle, maybe. Cornerback or quarterback, no. Another offensive tackle, maybe. Linebacker, no. I mean, edge rushers needed. That'd be the big one there. But we can always just take best available, another corner, another safety, offensive tackle. That's a tricky one. This is very tricky. So I think we're just going to go the route of, I know it's kind of a reach, but an edge rusher, because that's what we need. We need an edge rusher. We need depth there. Actually, we could probably go without one for now, because we have signed a lot of edge rushers in free agency. So we could probably go without it now. We do need a tight end, so I'm just going to go tight end here, Theo Johnson. And we got another tight end here if we want. We got a running back if we really want one. I think we go guard here. Guard makes the most sense. More depth at the guard position. And where are we at in the draft? We're pretty cruising right along. What do we need now? So we got edge. We got everything. I think now we just picked the best available. I think we go with safety, edge, defensive tackle. Probably go with linebacker maybe. And yeah, we'll just finish up this draft. This is just off the top of my head. Let me scroll right there, right in the middle of the page. So, just off the top of my head, first, no planning whatsoever. Just pick what's available to us at that point, so we can get a starting offensive tackle, a starting quarterback, a potentially starting quarterback, not a cornerback, quarterback, some wide receiver pieces, defensive line pieces, and just basically fill in some spots, but that's just a random mock draft. So what I want to reiterate in this video is the first thing I went over is our cap space situation. We traded away Sam Howell. So that's the first thing I want to reiterate. Second thing I want to reiterate is the free agency. We have a lot of money left. We have $62 million left in cap space where we can sign whatever player we need to fill whatever void we haven't filled yet. Okay? We have a bunch of free agents available. The main one right now I'd say is offensive tackle and cornerback. But there's definitely things we get in the draft. Quarterback is another one technically. We only have one quarterback on roster, and that's Mariota. So that's where we're at with that. And then the draft is just a draft simulation I wanted to quickly do. I've been doing a lot of trade back scenarios because I thought we were going to keep Sam Howell, but we're not. Now I want to reiterate something I said in a previous video. In a previous video, I said that if we draft a quarterback this year, second overall, he needs to start. I am adamant about that. We got rid of a quarterback that needed, quote, development. And that's why he wasn't as good as he needed to. And we're going to draft another one that needs, quote, development. No. If we're doing this, you need to draft someone, especially second overall. If it was like a second, like late first round or like early second round pick, I can understand maybe wanting to develop. No, but the whole point of drafting the guy second overall is he can play right now. Okay, that's the point of it, is you need someone that can play right now. Otherwise, you're wasted the draft pick. We could have drafted someone else that can play right now. Okay, you could have drafted Marvin Harrison Jr. and played right now. Joe Alt play right now. Other receivers, there's other defensive players, there's offensive linemen, there's tons of things that can play right now. If you need a year or two to develop somebody, we shouldn't be spending a second overall pick on them. It's not if it's not, and this is why I personally didn't want to draft the quarterback, was because there's so much uncertainty with this quarterback class. I think you can straight up say that the most talented is Caleb Williams, but I think Caleb Williams would be a bust because of reasons I've listed. I think it's all up here. I think he's a little bit arrogant, so he may not be coachable. He may be a problem, and there's a reason why, like Cliff Kingsbury, who's coached him the last like year or two, didn't come in here screaming, "We got to get this guy." There's probably a reason for that. Okay, and so he's got to read a little bit in the tea leaves a little bit and see why there hasn't been any kind of buzz about that. Okay, so that's the first thing. And then, like I said, second overall, got to start. He has to play. He has to play this year. You're the way you're building this roster right now. You are building to be competitive now. You have to be competitive now, and we're not going to be competitive with Mariota, not at all. So, not a long video, but I just wanted to break it down as to why I think the way we think, and I think what we have available in free agency, and what potentially a draft class could look like if we go quarterback first or second overall, and then draft around that and fill needs around that. So let me just think in the comment section down below. Sorry about my voice near the end of this. I don't know what's going on. I guess I a little bit dry mouth. But have a good one, and I'll see you guys next time. Hail to the Redskins.